Okay, hey, so Bryce here. Thank you so much for watching the call today. So,
Recording in progress.
how to grow a tax preparation business so you can make this tax season the last one where you have a job. Okay, what I was reading was most people, like, the most they make during tax season is about 10 to about 12K. That's average for most people, right? Now, the challenge with that is that most people cannot leave their job based on only $12,000 per year. And I've seen this time and time and time again. Every tax season, I see a lot of people and they're like really excited, like this is the year I'm gonna be able to make it. But then another kind of tax season ends and it's like, well, I only made, 15K, 20K, which is great for a 2 to 4 month time period. Okay, that's not bad at all. But in some cases, it's not just about the monthly amount, it's about the absolute value, right? So for me, I'm always thinking about adding recurring services to my offering. Okay, so that's monthly bookkeeping services and payroll. Those are my two biggest services I love doing, okay? So if you think about it, one client that pays you $500 per month is going to equal $6,000 per year, okay? Now, if you think about it, the value of one recurring client at, $6,000 per year is the same as 20 personal tax returns priced at $300 each. Okay? So for every one bookkeeping client I get, I just got 20 clients that you would basically have. It doesn't take me very much time. A $500 a month client would maybe take you about maybe 2.5 hours worth of work per month, the way we price out our services. Now, we're always, for monthly recurring like bookkeeping service, we're always pricing between $500 to $5,000 per month per client. Like, if you don't know how to do that, like inside of our mentorship program, we actually teach you how to do that. Also, I forgot to say, if you want some help growing like a business, like either an accounting or bookkeeping business, you're looking to get high ticket monthly bookkeeping clients, maybe supplement some of your tax income, go ahead and click the link inside the description, either above or below the video, to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program, okay? Let's kind of jump in and attack this thing even further. Just moving this side camera just a little bit because I'm using 3 different cameras at this moment in time right now. So another reason why I like the recurring services is just because it provides a little more financial stability, as well as it just makes my income more predictable. I know exactly how much money I'm going to be making at all times, right? That to me is true freedom. Because if you don't know exactly like how much money you're gonna make, or like one month it's like this, next one's like this, and the next one's like this, and sometimes it's down even further, it's just very hard to build a life around that inconsistency in your income growth. Okay. Next thing is, once you have about $5,000 to $10,000 per month in monthly revenue, that's from the monthly bookkeeping services, I would ideally start transitioning towards package-based services on top of that. Okay. So I like to do the monthly recurring services for more of that stability, like we talked about in the last couple minutes ago. Stability, so I know every single month that all of my bills are at least 3x. So what that means is, if I have, let's say I have like $5,000 a month in bills, okay, well, I need to have at least 15 grand a month coming in from bookkeeping services. Okay, cool. And that's kind of my number. Some people can be 1.5 extra bills, right? It's kind of your bare minimum. And then next thing you would do is you start adding in more of these like package-based services. In some cases they're recurring, in some cases they might not be recurring. So compilation / cleanups, tax planning, consulting. That's one reason why I offer like my mentorship program. It's basically consulting, right? So it's less labor intensive than bookkeeping. I don't need to have to worry about my team doing a good job, bad job. It's just more based on like I can use the stuff that's in my head and that the stuff I'm already good at to go and make more money. It's the same thing with like tax planning. If you're already doing the tax returns, you might as well just tell them how to go and like save on their taxes next year, right? If you're already doing the tax prep or the tax return, you might as well do a compilation. If it's like gonna be like a business client, they have like 12 months that haven't been like cleaned up or reconciled, or just no bookkeeping has been done. You might as well do it. It's like something that you're already technically touching that service. You're just not getting paid for that service. A lot of people that do tax prep also do like tax planning, give like tax advice, but they don't get paid for it. You might as well get paid for it. And like we teach you how to actually price out each one of those services inside of our mentorship program. But the way I actually like to think about it too is like my tax prep is my liquidation service. When I say liquidation, I like growing based on like advertisements to a certain degree. So there's organic methods. That just means like free methodologies you can use to go and grow your business. Then there are, paid advertising methods. That's another way that you can grow, right? So in the beginning, you use more of these organic methods to go and like good initial like lead lists, and we'll talk a little bit more about like audience and lead lists in a couple minutes, but you do that, right? But then once you start making a certain amount of money, let's say that you just had like, we'll say you made like 5K, 10K for your tax prep for that year. If you take that 10K and you put it into the right types of advertisements, that 10K should turn into about $120,000 per year worth of like monthly services. And then from there, since you already have so many monthly clients coming in, you can just start offering these package-based things as well, right? Because they're going to need tax planning. They're going to need a CFO. They're going to need some consulting on top of it because you probably have multiple expertise that you've developed over your career. So one basically gets me initial cash flow to then reinvest into advertising. And then once I have this recurring revenue and I have more clients I'm talking to on a consistent basis, I can upsell them another package-based service to go and add an extra like 5 to 20K to my revenue, right? Anytime that I want to go and either take a vacation or I want to do something, I just go and get another mentorship student. That's literally it, right? Super simple. But that's why you do package-based services. Next thing, so a good example is actually our student named Shannon. She reached about $40,000 a month. It took her about 5 months to go and do that. So for her, $15,000 per month came from like bookkeeping, like recurring bookkeeping services. I had the word package there, no accent, but it's really from recurring bookkeeping services. Next, she got about 7K from a consulting project that she basically was working with this like organization. I think the organization was doing between 100, 200 million per year, but they just needed someone to basically like run the department. So that was technically a consulting package. It just happened to be like 7K per month. I think the package was for like 6 months. So she made, what is that, 7 times 6? I believe it's $42,000 from this one project. And again, that's a really big amount of money for a lot of people. Next, the remainder of that 40K per month came from like tax resolution and tax planning. Okay, so it's just one of those things where it's like if you have like a really good mix of services, you're going to be able to grow your business very, very, very quickly. If you don't have that mix of services, it's going to feel like, you're doing a lot of work, you're doing a lot of marketing, but you're just not making that money at the end of the day, which, in my opinion, I'd rather work a little bit less, but make way more money because I'm just doing things more structurally sound. My pricing, my package are the things that are like supporting my growth rather than hustling and kind of like running like a chicken with its head cut off only to make a few $1,000s at the end of, a season. Right? Utilize the energy that's generated from this tax season to go and fuel the rest of your financial future. Don't just stop at like the lowest service you can offer. Think about all different ways you can structure your stuff to keep getting more and more and more residual money from that season. That's all this stuff is. That's all it is. Like how can I get money? How can I store this money? And then how can I use this money to go and make more money? That's all we do. Right, inside of our business. And then once we have that, then you go and take about like all the profits, right, outside of like taxes and outside of like your living expenses. Then you have a fourth level investment, which is generally either going to be like your real estate or your paper investments, whatever your investing is, that you like to do. Next thing, importance of an audience or a lead list. Okay, so most people, they don't really have an audience, they don't really have a lead list. So it's like every single year it kind of feels like you're starting over from scratch. So in some cases the only like consistency you have is your clients from last year. Now that's not bad, because I mean you're gonna basically have the same kind of income. But if you're stuck with a bad client list, okay, it's not really gonna go. And if you're not really getting referrals from that list, it's just gonna stay the same. I'm always thinking about, at least in the beginning, like once you've hit your financial goals, you can like kind of level off. But until then, you really want to be able to, once this camera stopped working. Yeah, once you kind of have hit your goals, you can like kind of level off. But up until then, you want to make sure you can grow as much as what you want to. So I enjoy building an audience or a lead list. So ideally you would have an audience. The difference between an audience and a lead list is an audience is a group of people that actually like you, they know you, they trust you, and you're already actively building a relationship with. A lead list is something where you have to go and basically go and build an audience, or you turn a lead list into an audience over time, right? So I'd rather have an audience, but if I don't have an audience, I need a lead list. And again, it eliminates the need to search for clients. Like if you know exactly where your client's going to come from, you don't need to go and do as much like hunting and like as much running around, right? It's all about really building a business, almost like building like a tower. Like you dig your foundation in the ground. The foundation that you dig, the deeper you dig your foundation, the higher up you can go. So in our business, on the online business, the foundation is your audience. The deeper the connection with your audience, the more people you have in your audience, the better the quality of the leads in your audience, the higher you can grow your business without having to go get more or having to go cap out. Right, and that's really the key, because then the other thing is like you can just start cycling through your lead list whenever you need either more money or you have like a vacation, you have like something coming up that you need to pay for. Let's say that like you had to go and like take out like a loan, and like your loan was like $20,000. Okay, you just need to go find $20,000 from your list. Okay, so for example, one of our students named Audrey, she does a lot of traveling. Anytime she wants to go travel and she doesn't want to pay for it out of pocket, she would literally just go and use someone else's money. So basically like a client's money. So she goes to her LinkedIn, she goes through her list of connections, she talks to them, sees who's ready to get started today, and then she goes and gets $20,000 or however much money. Usually it's like $2,000 for a trip. Usually like between like $2,000 to $4,000 for a trip. So that's generally like one cleanup or like one client that's like paying you like $1,000 a month. So now again, you can't do this from like you can't. Like you can do it as long as you want to. It's hard to like go and get to like, $10 million per year or whatever with this kind of style, because like you do have capacity issues. That's the one thing that like is tough with this business, is that it's like very labor intensive. So after you get to a certain point, generally about like $15K per month, you generally want to go and have like a contractor that can do a lot of the bookkeeping for you, right? So that way you can keep growing without necessarily having to feel like you're the one doing all the work and feel like you're overwhelmed. Okay? So if you want some help growing your business, like you've seen some of the stuff that we're doing, you like the stuff we're talking about, and like maybe you've been trying to grow a tax business, just not quite going the way that you want, and you know there's a better way, go ahead and click the link inside the description either above or below the video to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program. Okay, I'd love to help you. I'd love to take you to your goals. I'd love to see if I can, if it's a good fit. So if you want to see if it's a good fit for us to work together, go ahead and click the link inside the description above or below the video, book a call with myself. Let's see if we can help you out. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.
Recording stopped.